everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Royalty Now. In a surprising turn of events, King Albert II, King of the Belgians, has announced his intention to abdicate. King Albert is stepping down, citing health problems in recent years, and his son, Prince Philippe, will be taking the helm. The abdication will take place on the 21st of this month, much sooner than anyone expected. There had been talk of King Albert stepping down, but not for several more months. Australian Prime Minister Julia Gillard has people criticizing her recent photo shoot where she's seen knitting a small baby kangaroo for the future Cambridge baby. She's sitting in a comfy chair with balls of yarn strewn about her feet, a little dog. How sweet? That's right, William and Kate's baby is being given a sweet little gesture by a well-known feminist and monarchy-loathing politician from down under. Ms. Gillard has never made any bones about her republicanism and her deep-seated loathing for royalty, but I guess she's just like the rest of us, and she's on pins and needles on the impending royal arrival. You get it? You see what I did there? Some have called the photo shoot contrived. That's an understatement. This photo shoot smacks of being obnoxious and self-promoting. I mean, what is she, some kind of politician? Oh. The photos appear in Australia's Women's Weekly magazine. Oh, hang on. Isn't that Crown Princess Mary's territory? Dun dun dun. And speaking of Mary, where the heck was she on June 25th when new Dutch monarchs King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima came calling in Denmark? There were a plethora of regal guests to welcome the new Dutch king and queen at Fredensborg Palace. Both Willem-Alexander and Maxima were greeted warmly by Denmark's Queen Margrethe II and her husband Prince Henrik. Also along from the Danish royals were Prince Joachim, the Queen's younger son, and his wife Princess Marie. I'm really surprised that Crown Princess Mary wasn't there. Mary, who will one day ascend the throne of Denmark as a queen consort herself, and who is also Maxima's contemporary. She should have been there to greet them. And what about Crown Prince Frederick? Why wasn't he there? I just don't really understand why they wouldn't have been in attendance. But I'll bet you anything Charles and Camilla aren't going to ditch Wax and Max when they show up in the UK this month. Yes, the Dutch King and Queen will be hosted by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. And speaking of our dear Queen, she will be receiving a 5% raise in her income next year. The raise will be funded from the properties in the Crown Estate, which reported an increase in profits last year. A lot of this profit also goes to the Treasury to help with the nation's finances. Oh boy, someone has a rock in her shoe. In the usual sarcastic Guardian tone, writer Tanya Gold has stated that when someone else comes to the throne, the Republicans will have won. In other words, she's saying the Queen has done well, and there's not a lot that can be said to criticize her. But once Charles or William gets to the throne, they're bringing the castle walls crumbling down. Seriously, Gold's criticism of the Queen is her shy side, and she's a problem for Republicans because she's dutiful. Also, the Queen's thrift and humility, Gold finds ridiculous. You can tell this article is just a pre-coffee grump. Take it with a grain of salt. She calls Charles dangerous because of his opinions. Well, yes, he can be fairly nosy. I mean, especially when you're so used to the Queen, who, doesn't really say much publicly. But you gotta admit, Charles doesn't pull punches once he's out there. He stands behind what he says. I mean, how many politicians have we liked that have really been open and honest and talked about real issues, only to have their PR team yank them back by their shirt collar just to preserve their career and their camera time? Then we become disillusioned. Oh, he never meant it. I guess it was all for show. Damn it. Not so with Charles. He speaks up and he means it. I wonder where he gets that from. As for William, and even Harry, the boys' innocent luster as Diana's sons has worn off and sacrilege. They dared to age. Yes, William married someone who seems a little goofy, and Harry only got a kick in the pants in this article due to the fact that he wore that Nazi armband on his Halloween costume a few years ago. If he hadn't have done that, he wouldn't even have rated a mention in this article. I will say it again. Beware of the Oliver Cromwell syndrome. A claim is made to have a better system of government, And then that system becomes the exact same thing it was intending to replace. Only this time, and think of it like this. Instead of a cute little queen at the helm, now you have some greedy, money-hungry, power-mad politician in her place. I mean, today it's elected politicians or government bodies who are enjoying the outrageously priced suites and diverting public funds for their own amusement or to keep their business meetings interesting. IRS. IRS. I mean, this is what we have here in the U.S. We are the best example. You get rid of a monarchy, and we will turn around and fill it with someone or something. Enter politicians eager to establish a dynasty, Hollywood celebrities, or some other fill-in-the-blank, glossy-haired talking head with a good PR machine. We miss out on all the duty, decorum, and history. Next time, have your morning cup of coffee before you write your pieces, Tanya Gold. And to conclude, I would just like to express my very best wishes to Princess Alexandra of Kent, the Honorable Lady Ogilvy, who has in recent days been taken ill and has had to cancel all of her forthcoming engagements indefinitely. We've all been very concerned about Prince Philip, but as it turns out, Princess Alexandra is very much ailing, and she is not bouncing back quite as quickly, so keep the family in your thoughts and prayers as she makes, hopefully, a very swift recovery. That's all for now. Thanks for joining me. Tune in to Royalty Now here at my YouTube channel. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Give me a like, thumbs up, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and as always, God save the Queen.